Alicia has the Polish flag flying behind her this year for Eurovision 2026. I do recognize that name. Was she the one who was meant to represent Poland in 2020 with Empires? Was that it? Because I really did like that song. Let me move this a little bit more just so that we can learn a little bit about her. Because as I mentioned, this year I want us to all acknowledge that it really is all about the artists and what they're bringing. It's, yes, you know, they go one of the countries, but they are the ones who are fronting it, and they are the awesome people that we hear. All right, so we know she's a singer-songwriter. She won The Voice Poland, one of the most distinctive voices. Yes, she does have a very distinctive vocal tone, I believe, if it is the same. Her first English... okay, so she's got her first English language. Oh, so it is the same. Have Empires. It's good to see that she's back. So let's see what she's got this year. Empires. It's not Empires, it's Pray. Wait, and is this definitely live? Okay, cool. She's got a big voice, eh? I'll leave this here. It's nice R&B kind of, you know, organ. Won't you give it all to me? Lay down all my struggles. She's got a big... bring back the missing piece. Big voice. Missing piece of me. I feel like so far have we just had an introduction to what's going to be the chorus. Firstly, I remember her song from 6 years ago. Vocally, she is way more confident with this. I know she was with the song with Empires, and I loved that song. It was actually in my top 10 that year. I felt like she wasn't as confident. You know, she's had 6 years as well, but wow. It's the missing piece of me. Lord, are you giving up on me? 'Cause I'm not giving up on me. Nice. I thought you would forgive my sins. Yeah. You told me to pray. So I gotta pray. I gotta just pray. Pretty girls rock. I've been on my shit, now it's pretty on top. You ain't my loss. Step down, take 5. Now I'm the boss. On my go, move fast. Take this style, take this plus. Make the money when you run with me. They told me go, shake that, take that off. 2 steps back. Why it always feel the same? Just stopping it before the pre-chorus. I was waiting for something, and that delivered. That delivered with your backing vocals just coming in. Obviously, we've got this gospel-like, soul-like style happening, which is now very clearly R&B, a little bit of hip-hop. But I'm loving this so far. I really am. I'm just going to take it back a little bit before we go on. But I'm actually... Okay, the thing about this is my worry is that the intro... Are we in C minor again? I know this kind of means nothing, but it's like every song. I'm not giving up on me. I thought you would forgive my sin. Yeah. You told me to pray. I think that was amazing. Coming in with that big electronic percussive sound. So I'll pray. Bang. So like coming straight in. That's going to blow people away. No doubt. My worry is that it's come in too late. It's come in too late, and we don't want people to be... Where'd my mouse go? Oh, it's right here. 54 seconds. Yeah. And that's my worry. I think this is so musically... Like it's not just pop music, right? We're going to roots here of soul, of R&B, of gospel. And we have that organ, the organ and the backing singers for, 50 seconds. With her doing incredible vocal runs, melismas, big powerful voice. But I worry that things haven't happened soon enough to capture the generic audience. But that's it. For this song, I think it's perfect the way it is. You told me to pray. So I gotta pray. Hear those triplets, bump, 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 straight in, and then the texture drops. I'm just going to play it from here, and we're going to keep going. Just the vocalizations, that pop didn't have to be there, but it makes a big difference. Gives some sass as well, right?
They told me go, shake that, take that off, 2 steps back, why it always feel the same? Someone come get me out of here, get me out of here. I guess I gotta fight till nobody can hurt ya. In my hair, I know my hair, I so stay out of my way. Dropping all the number ones with white gloves on my hands. Honey, I'm trying to stay where the sky ends, paving my own ways with what important phrase, pray.
It's great. It's great. I think it might get lost. It might get lost in both the contemporary and the jokes of the songs, if that makes sense. Because I ought to think of this as objectively as I can, right? Something that's a grower is going to struggle more than something that's not, unfortunately. It's just how it is. And I think that this is a grower. I really do. For the general viewer. Vocally incredible, but with such incredible vocals, I don't know if this is enough. I really don't. And I'll explain it at the end, but we'll see where it's going into at the moment. But I've got my thoughts about this, but I will bring it together at the end as to why I'm feeling that this won't be so successful and has zero to do with her as a singer-songwriter.
You need a sip of holy water.
The doubling of the vocals is great here.
Scared, now I guess I'm taking over. Hey, Trickery ain't nothing new. Front page of your news, there ain't nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. In my hair, I know my hair, I so stay out of my way. Dropping all the number ones with white gloves on my hands. Honey, I'm trying to stay where the sky ends.
It's a very pop chorus. Yeah. National final performance. Is this a... Where's the applause? I get so worried that some of these national final performances become the video clips and then they put the studio version over it, because that was flawless. That was vocally flawless, and that's kind of my worry. Hey, what an insane vocalist. Like, what an insane this. That note that she's holding at the end. Belting. Is it belting out a G5 there? Did she even go, I'm not a vocal teacher, so it's a bit hard, but did she even go into her head voice? Possibly not. Yeah. Yeah, so just kind of slid up into her head voice, blasting that out. Is it that G5, G6, no, G5? Huge, massive. But the reason why I worry about the success of this is the extended introduction with the organ accompaniment, really giving it a soul feel, really giving it a gospel feel with that call and response between the backing vocals and Alicia.
Lord, are you giving up on me? 'Cause I'm not giving up.
That's not really call and response.
I thought you would.
That
Forgive my sins. You told me to pray.
That's a call and response there.
So I gotta pray.
This is where it lifts. This is where it absolutely lifts. And my worry is that people may be lost in that 50 seconds. That's the first thing. Then the chorus itself, catchy. And when it came on a second time, I was reminded of it. But I was thrown off by its
pretty girls rock. I've been on my shit, now it's pretty on.
I think this is great. This is going to suck people back in. Those people who may have been lost from the introduction, it's going to bring them back in. This is smart. Your use of rapping, which is very distinctly different from singing, right? Very distinctly different. So having that pitch and that timbre or tone color difference in her vocals will make a huge impact straight up.
In my era, no more era, so stay
Oh,
out
this
of
is
my
it's very
way.
pop R&B.
Dropping all the number ones with white gloves on my hands. Honey, I'm trying to stay where the sky ends. Paving my own ways with what important phrase. Pray.
Okay. I think the problem with this is, and again, I hope it gets through. She is an incredible vocalist. In my opinion, the introduction, for it to be a 3-minute song, the length of the introduction and it not represent any, as much of a part of the rest of the song, especially the chorus, I think is to its detriment. Because I'm feeling like the first time we hear the chorus,
In my era, no more era, so stay out of my way. Dropping all the number ones with white gloves on my hands. Honey, I'm trying.
I think there needs to be something of a foreshadowing of this, considering that it's such a short song. Obviously, if it was a longer song, we'd have a lot more time to develop it, but we can't. We can't do it within 3 minutes, which is what they only have. To have an introduction, which is somewhat improvisory, which she's really showing off her vocal abilities, doing some awesome melismas, holding some notes there with across these sustained notes in the organ. I think it's excellent to kind of establish the style and her as a vocalist. But because we don't get anything back except this,
So I gotta parade.
because we don't get anything back except that to an extent, and we're faced with newer ideas, we've already, I guess, to the average listener, wasted 1 minute. Compositionally, fine. I've got no problems with it, but within the context of the competition. Now, that's only within the context of the competition. If it's not about getting through, if it's not about winning, this song is excellent. It's great. It really is. But so it depends on the purposes of the song. And I get that I've been quite critical. So I would like to know your opinions and your thoughts as to both what I said, because I know that I'm going to listen to this a few more times and I'm going to think it's great. And come Eurovision, the staging is going to be excellent. And I think that's what it will rely on, both her big voice and the staging, to get this through. Let me know your thoughts. I'm always reading the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.